I've had no issues, and I take the products. So it's been a lot of information that we provided for you today. Do you have any questions that I could address or answer?
I mean,
No?
the products are interesting for sure. I I'm always open to try new stuff. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I am familiar with the nitric oxide supplements and the benefits of using it. Um, yeah, so I'm interested to try. I don't know what Kim and Jackie were thinking of. How they would maybe incorporate this in their business. I think they were impressed by the way Diana looked because they haven't seen her for a few months and they could see huge changes in her appearance, specifically her face, I think.
Yeah.
So they were quite interested to find out what she's using, and yeah, that was kind of what I've heard. So they were just interested in the products that she's using, because she's also using the devices that we're selling. She's got, the Secrets Mat, and she's got
Yes.
the full spectrum light, and I guess incorporating with this whole regimen using all those supplements. I'm assuming she actually achieved those results.
Yes.
So we do have we can use the devices because that's where I work for Kim and Jackie, so we all have access to it. So the missing piece was the supplements. Like, what is she using?
So
This-
Isabel, I will let you know, and sorry to interrupt. So Deanna has been using the Triangle of Health, as well as the nitric oxide. And it's quite ironic because when she received her package in the mail, it sat in her garage for a couple of days. And I finally phoned her and I said, let's get it out so I can kind of walk you through, what you need to do and kind of when to take it, in order to get the maximized, impact from it. And
Right.
ironically, and again, I don't know how much you know about her personally, but she's also been a migraine sufferer. And Deanna used to it would not be uncommon for her to have to go to hospital to, be able to get the shot of, quite extensive drugs to be able to kind of minimize what was happening with her. And when Botox was introduced as an aid to help to alleviate some of that pressure, I know that she was one of the first people to really kind of advocate to have that covered by her health plan, because she did try it and found that it did help her. Now, I think she did that for a while. And after time, it just stopped working.
Yeah.
So the day that she opened up her package, she had been complaining about the fact that, I've had this migraine for 3 days and I can't get rid of it. And I was like, oh my God, like this is exactly what happened to me when I went and I met the gentleman, Stephen, who introduced me to this. The same day I had a migraine, and right away he said, open up, like take some of the nitric oxide. And so that's exactly what I said to her. I said, Deanna, rip that little bottle open. I said, take that dropper and, put it in under your tongue. I said, I swear to God to you, like you will notice a difference. And so we were chatting and we were going through the product, and, it all of a sudden just dawned on her. And she just said like, oh my God. And she just, over it like 3 or 4 times, like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God, what? Right? And she just said, it's gone.
Oh.
And she said, the feeling was so odd. And, for me, when it happened to me, the first couple of times that I've tried it, I described it as, someone lifting the blinds, that blinds that have the string.
Mhm.
Like for me, it was totally, I could literally feel it like leaving my body, which was such a bizarre experience for me. And she said, I feel something. I don't know how to put it into words, but I could feel it going away. Like she said, oh, like, this is incredible. Because again, after, it's been 30 years for me with migraines, right? And nothing ever worked. I've tried prescription medications and had severe side effects to that. And, I lived on trying to use Motrin and Advil and Tylenol and thinking that those helped for me, to the point that I was so naive, and I'm going to say this, and I sound a little stupid when I say it, that I actually didn't think any of those medications worked for anything, like at all. Like I thought, well, if it doesn't work for my migraine, then it works for nothing. So I don't take anything. And I just learned to figure out how to, I always just say, suck it up, because, I needed to figure out still how to function every single day, because my job doesn't allow me the opportunity to take the day. If I'm sick, I have to figure out how to give my business to someone for the day to make it work. And that's just not an easy feat. So, I mean, I just lived through it. But, you know, the benefit of this nitric oxide for me, and again, I don't know what your reason was for wanting to get involved in trying that, but it has changed my life like incredibly. So, and for her, you know, and I know that she's a bit of a, you know, someone who doesn't really, you know, pay much attention, but for her to feel that effect within the course of a conversation that we were having was like instrumental, right? I mean, she was just wowed by it. Wowed. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. I'm happy that she found some relief.
Yes.
By using this app. So what else is she using from the nitric